Shalom Mashpaka. May peace, serenity, and prosperity be multiplied unto you all. Koloda Abayaba, Shuma Mashak Yabashaba Wakatam, the Warawaba Halawaya. The boy Mashpaka. Yeah, we got some more folly to slice up and dice up. These profane celebrities are at it again with their nonsense. The profane abominations that they promote to the masses. We gotta cut it up. We gotta cut it up diligently with our holy manuscript, with that sword of the spirit. As you come into the chat, wipe your feet on the rug before stepping into the house. Click that like button. Listen to this by the way of the Holy Spirit. And if you listen to the playback, like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Especially if you're receiving edification from this content. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell to get the latest updates of the content of this page. So we're going to cut up this nonsense that Mrs. Jada Pickett Smith is spewing to the masses. She's at it again, Marsh, because she's at it again with her foolery. And you know, Will's allowing it to just run amok. You know, he's not guilty from this neither. So we're going to start off with a source. This source we're going to be reading from is AtlantaBlackStar.com. Going to be reading from AtlantaBlackStar.com. I'm going to read this article, give my commentary, and then we're going to go to the scriptures. So this article here in AtlantaBlackStar.com is titled, Jada Pickett Smith says she'd support her daughter having a relationship like hers and Will Smith's if it helps Willow become the woman I'm becoming, quote unquote. And it reads, although some may view Jada Pickett Smith and her husband, Will Smith's relationship and marriage as complex or complicated, the quote-unquote girls trip star says she'd approve if their daughter had a relationship like theirs. So let's pause there for a second. Let's just pause right there. We know that Will and Jada's relationship is everything but holy. We know that their relationship is profane and full of abomination. So much so that Will Smith has been castrated multiple times in the public eye by this woman, Jada Smith. Jada Smith wouldn't be the celebrity she is now if it wasn't for Will Smith. But I digress on that. We're going to continue on reading this article. Pickett Smith and the quote-unquote Bad Boys actor have 2 children together, 23-year-old daughter Willow and 25-year-old son Jada. Smith also shares Trey, 31, with his ex-wife Cherie Zampino. Smith married Jada in 1997, but the couple recently separated for several years though neither filed for divorce. During her February 29th appearance on the podcast Pretty Smart, Pickett Smith said people held her and Smith to a standard of being a picture-perfect couple, or as rapper J. Cole said it on quote-unquote No Role Models, I want a real love, dark-skinned and Aunt Viv love, that Jada and that Will love. The host, Danielle Robay, then shared that she once dated a guy in college who had a photo of Will and Jada on their vision board as a symbol of love, quote unquote. Pickett Smith said what most people don't understand is that she and Smith had to learn to love each other in a real way. Okay, we're going to stop right there. So, Mashbakar, this is why I take the time to cut up this nonsense that the masses are putting out on these celebrities of our people. It's very important that when stuff like this gets blasted out, that the men of Yah correct it. Because it's this stuff right here that got people in idolatry and trying to frame their lives after these celebrities. As we just read 2 examples of that. This is why anytime such folly is being plastered through the media on what these celebrities are doing, this is why it's so serious. It shouldn't be taken lightly. There should always be some type of edification and correction to counteract against the folly that they're trying to make normal in the public eye. Because people are actually out here idolizing these celebrities, idolizing their every move and trying to frame their lives after them, Mashbakar. This is why so much folly runs amok. This is a prime reason why so much folly runs amok. Continuing on. When you can go through all the SHIT that we've went through and still figure it out. When you can have somebody in your life that's willing to love you through the heartache, through the shadow, through the rain, she explained, through whatever the F-K ever. Both actors dated outside the marriage during the separation. And Pickett Smith was dragged by fans online for having an entanglement, quote unquote, with 31-year-old singer August Alsina during the separation, and for bringing her husband on her talk show, Red Table Talk, to discuss the affair. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all this right now, man. That show that Jada had, that show that she had, man, that was nothing but witchcraft being done on a grand scale. From the stuff I've heard about it and from the clips that got put out when something just crazy was said or done on that show, man, I'm like, man, this ain't nothing but a witch coven. This is a small little witch clique. But I digress on that too. Continuing on with the article. The 52-year-old actress believes that having someone who loves you despite not having a perfect relationship is valuable. As much as Will and I have tried to get away from each other, it's not happening, said Pinkett Smith. And what we realize is that it is that intimate relationship that makes you have to face yourself in ways that no other relationship does. It forces you to learn to love in ways you don't want to. All right, we're going to, I'm going to add some commentary on that, and then we're going to get to the precepts to further cut this folly up. But see, this is where the world is deceived by Hashatan. All right. See, this whole example of Will and Jada Smith relationship is a proxy to get our whole community and anybody else who's fallen under such idolatry to be dysfunctional. It adds to the dysfunction. It adds to the complexity and disunion that's going on with our people, especially when it regards to the dynamics of relationships. All right. So they are being used to push a narrative of dysfunction that is ungodly. All right. They're pushing ungodly concepts to normalize standards, certain standards for the relationships within the community of our people, within the diaspora, and whoever else may be under such idolatry. But you know, they always try to make the celebrities, the entertainers, and the athletes, they always try to make them our leaders. But you know, if you know better, you do better. And you know not to follow these figureheads that they place on us as leaders. You know better than to do that. But continuing on with this. It says, as much as Will and I have tried to get away from each other, it's not happening, said Pinkett Smith. And what we realize is that, okay, I think I just read this, right? All right, if I read it, I'm reading through it again. It is that intimate relationship that makes you have to face yourself in ways that no other relationship does. It forces you to learn to love in ways you don't want to. The quote unquote worthy author added that it was an excruciating process, but she leaned on the beauty of having someone always by her side. But that's one of the beauties of marriage, and it doesn't mean that it's going to ever be the thing you thought, she continued. That fairy tale that I was killing myself for my relationship will never be that, blah, 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 yeah. But I'll continue to read it, y'all. But to know that I have somebody by my side that no matter what is dedicated to learning how to love and learning how to love me and vice versa, I don't know what else you can ask for. Okay. Yeah, as I read that, I couldn't even stay focused because I know it's a bunch of hogwash. I know it's a bunch of Hollywood hogwash coming from this woman, justifying her wickedness in regards to her and Will. Continuing on here. The Matrix star was asked by the host if she'd want her daughter to have the same type of relationship as she has with her husband. And Pinkett Smith replied, if it's going to help her become the woman I'm becoming, yes. Oh, wow. Jada said that like she's a holy grail of a woman. Like she's the She's the epitome of a woman. She said that with some pride. That was a whole bunch of pride coming out there. But, you know, anybody with common sense know that Jada is a wicked Jezebel. Continuing on, though. Fans weighed in, and the reactions were rough. One fan joked, "We rebuke that in the name of Jesus." Ha, ha, yeah, yeah, yeah. Calm. Calm. Okay, I'm glad to hear that some of these people of the masses that are actually fans of these celebrities know when to stand up for what's right and to call out what's wrong. That's a breath of fresh air, seeing that somebody who's a fan of hers actually saw that as not being very good. Continuing on. Another added, "Don't listen to this advice, Willow." A third fan replied, "She don't even want the relationship her and Will have. So why would ... never mind." In reference to her repeat confessions during her book tour last year about her and Will's relationship, one person said, "Now Jada, ... we are not going to start this S-T with you this year," quote unquote. Despite the couple still being married, Pinkett Smith has her own home after moving out of their Calabasas mansion and noted the benefits of living separately. "I bought myself a woman cave." Huh? A woman cave. Okay. See, time out. I'm gonna stop right there. See, that's how much of this masculine agenda that's being pushed on our women. What is a damn woman cave? What is a woman cave? What kind of nonsense is that? A woman cave? See, that's just as ridiculous as a lot of these other masculine ass women out here that are calling themselves by masculine names. They got one name masculine and one name feminine in their names that they go by. That's just as bad as that. Hey, y'all need to cut this mess out, man. Why y'all so damn masculine? That mess is ridiculous. What the hell is a woman cave? Continuing on with the article, man. I just had to stop and say that and react to that right there. What the hell is a woman cave? "Every woman needs a woman cave," she said. "The best thing is I don't need to say to Will, are you okay with this couch?" What the hell is a woman cave? I ain't never heard of a woman cave in my life. See, this is the BS that Hollywood be pushing out. I ain't never heard of a woman having a woman cave. What is that? I don't know if y'all are coming into the chat or y'all coming into the live to the chat, or if they're playing games with the numbers. But if you're coming in, hey, just chill out. There ain't no reason to come back and forth to see if other people are inside. If that's the case, if that's what y'all doing, man, cut the nonsense. Either stay in or get on somewhere. Real talk. Like whoever this is peeking in and out. Like, shoot, just come in and chill out. Real talk. Man, I swear some of y'all be doing too much out there in these internet streets, man. Real talk, y'all be doing too damn much. But I'll continue on here with this article. Despite the couple still being married. Okay, yeah, I just read that. Continuing on. To those who say their relationship is not what they thought, Pinkett Smith said, "You're right. We're not. All right, it's time to cut this folly up. It's time to get to the scripts and cut this folly up. Okay. Isaiah chapter 21, verse 6 through 9. For thus hath the Lord said unto me, Go, set a watchman, let him declare what he seeth. And he saw a chariot with a couple of horsemen, a chariot of asses, and a chariot of camels. And he hearkened diligently with much heed. And he cried, A lion, my Lord, I stand continually upon the watchtower in the daytime, and I am set in my word. Salakia. I am set in my ward whole nights. And behold, here cometh a chariot of men with a couple of horsemen. And he answered and said, Babylon is fallen, and all the grave images of her gods he hath broken unto the ground. Babylon is fallen, Mashpaka. Babylon is being destroyed as we speak. And everybody who's keeping up and trying to frame themselves after these abominable celebrities, guess what? They're falling too, whether they know it or not. Yeah, we are truly in the end times. So y'all better get right. Y'all better get right. All you lukewarm followers, you better get right and warm all the way up. So I'm going to go to another set of precepts to explain why it's important to call out such folly. See, this will explain the reason why we're even paying any attention to this folly that Jada Pinkett Smith has been spewing. Okay? And on the real, all these self-proclaimed prophetess, right? These self-proclaimed prophetess that want to get on the camera all on social media and try to take the stance of the men of Yah and compete with us in scripture and call yourselves knowing all these prophecies and visions. Hey, y'all really should be the ones speaking on this and correcting the sisterhood into the right way. But y'all too busy yapping y'all's mouths trying to compete with us men of the Most High, trying to deal with the scriptures as men. Nah, y'all really should be calling this mess out. But hey, we gotta pick it up. What y'all are doing, where y'all are failing, we'll go ahead and pick it up. We'll go ahead and edify the masses. We'll go ahead and edify the younger women too. We'll go ahead and do that, since all y'all prophetess, you Jezebels out there that don't want to handle the word appropriately, according to Titus chapter 2. Y'all want to try to step in the shoes of men and act like men with this word. Y'all really should be correcting Jada Pinkett Smith. Y'all really should be calling that mess out. But since y'all so busy trying to keep up with us, we'll show you how to do it to a degree. But a lot of y'all are too worried about the opinions of others to call out the folly of your female counterparts. I just had to put that out there because, hey, these next bit of precepts is going to call that out to a T. Because that's the reason why wicked women like Jada Pinkett Smith can spew out all this poison and not get too much pushback from sisters who claim to be in the truth. Because y'all too worried about the opinion of your female counterparts. Hey, but men of the Most High, we don't give a damn either way. We don't give a damn what you females think. We don't give a damn what these other males think out here. We're going to call it like it is. We're going to cry loud and spare not and lift up our voice like a trumpet and show our people their transgressions and the house of Jacob their sins. Let's get to it. Ezekiel chapter 13. Ezekiel chapter 13, verses 17 through 21. Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people, which prophesy out of their own heart, and prophesy thou against them. I'll read that again. Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people, which prophesy out of their own heart, and prophesy thou against them. By the way, this is the Most High speaking, giving us a direct commandment to call out the folly against women like Jada Pinkett Smith and against women who think they're prophetess. Women who take the role of Jezebel, because that's what Jada Pinkett is a Jezebel. And the majority of these women who got their face on the camera or leading these churches and stuff, hey, they Jezebels too. And what did Yahweh say? We're going to read it again. Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 17. Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people, which prophesy out of their own heart, and prophesy thou against them. And say, thus saith the Lord God, woe to the women that sew pillows to all armholes, and make kerchiefs upon the head of every stature to hunt souls. Will ye hunt the souls of my people, and will ye save the souls alive that come unto you? So what Yahweh is saying there, he's saying that these women who prophesy from their own heart, they're doing so as they get a pass. They're getting a pass. They're doing so in comfort, right? They're doing so in comfort. That's what they're doing. They're able to do this because they're in comfort and pleasure. Continuing on. And will ye pollute me among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread, to slay the souls that should not die, and to save the souls alive that should not live, by your lying to my people that hear your lies? Yeah. Jada Pinkett falls in that category too. Because all these Jezebels, they hate the men of Yah. They hate the men of Yah. And they speak nothing but lies because they come out of their own understanding of their own wicked hearts, like we heard Jada speaking in that article. Continuing on. Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 20. Wherefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, I am against your pillows wherewith ye Salakia. I am against your pillows wherewith ye there hunt the souls to make them fly. And I will tear them from your arms, and will let the souls go, even the souls that ye hunt to make them fly. So the Most High is going to disrupt all of your comfort of your folly. And those who support your comfort of your folly, you know, the simps of the world, the simps and the cucks, those who support such folly, he's going to destroy all of that. He's going to destroy your comfort He's going to destroy all your ease, and he's going to destroy those who support your ease while you spew such folly. Because as you spew such folly, all these Jezebels out here, as y'all spew such folly, y'all affect the innocent. Y'all affect the righteous. Y'all hate the righteous. Yeah, so the Most High said he's going to disrupt all your comfort and all your ease, and going to disrupt those who support such comfort and ease for you to produce this folly and this lies that you're doing. Continuing on. Your kerchiefs also will I tear, and deliver my people out of your hand, and they shall be no more in your hand to be hunted. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Continuing on here, we're going to go to the book of Sirach. Book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 9. And this explains what's going on with Will Smith's household, his marriage. This explains it to a T here. Sirach, chapter 3, verse 9. For the blessing of the father establishes the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. So Will and Jada Pinkett Smith's whole relationship dynamic has destroyed their children. It has. Both Willow and Jaden, they're emotionally disturbed. It ain't hard to tell. And I think Jaden was on some type of medication, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I don't keep up with these celebrities like that, so forgive me if what I'm saying is a little off. But you know, for those who know, Jada had Jaden on some medication before, I believe. Jaden at one time, it was something like he wasn't eating or something. It was some crazy stuff that I saw or heard about a while ago. If you can do your research on it. But basically, the result of Will and Jada's lifestyle is a reflection on their children, Jaden and Willow Smith. Okay? And it said here in Sirach 3 and 9 that the blessing of the father establishes the houses of children. So Will Smith's success started his family. He was able to build his family off his success, but he did it with the wrong woman. Jada is a Jezebel. So through her foolishness, she plucked down the house. She plucked down her own house with her foolishness, dealing with Will and their children. So much so that now the children are weird and they're full of inordinate affection. You know, I seen a picture a few years ago. Jaden Smith was wearing a damn dress. Yeah, they're full of inordinate affection. And he only doing it because he seen Will Smith do it at one point in time. You know, with the lifestyle they were living. But continuing on to the precepts. Sirach chapter 3, verse 10. Glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee. So with Will getting dragged through the mud, with Will getting dragged all through the mud with his relationship with Jada, it's not doing the children any good for him to be dragged through the mud and to be disrespected how he's been disrespected over the years by Jada Smith. Continuing on. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father, and a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children. So Jada's already been in dishonor of how she's been dealing with Will. And the children, their honor has been tainted because of the disrespect of Will that's been made broadcast to the masses through Jada Pickett's foolish dealings of her own household. I mean, this woman slept with her son's friend. This woman slept with her son's friend, Mashpaka, and called it an entanglement. Jada Pickett is a piece of dung wrapped up in a shiny wrapper. That's all she is. She's a piece of dung wrapped up in a shiny wrapper. Who does that? Who does that? She slept with her son's friend. That's craziness. And she wants her daughter to be a woman like her. She's so prideful that she don't see how much of a piece of crap she is. It's ridiculous. Ezekiel chapter 16, verses 43 through 44. Because thou hast not remembered the days of thy youth, but hast fretted me in all these things. Behold, therefore I will also recompense thy way upon thine head, saith Yahweh. And thou shalt not commit this lewdness above all thine abominations. Verse 44. Behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter. As is the mother, so is her daughter. So with Jada making this public service announcement that she wants Willow Smith to become the woman that she is, and she will support Willow having a relationship that mirrors her relationship with Will, Ezekiel chapter 16 verse 44 proves how much of a curse that is. And I'll leave it right there, family. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click that like button. Click that notification bell. May peace, serenity, and prosperity be multiplied unto you all. Shalom.